everybody, welcome to your beginner Pilates workout. All you need is a yoga mat and maybe some weights. So I have some 2-pound hand weights here. You can use something heavier. If you don't have weights, you can use a TheraBand. You can use water bottles, shampoo bottles, maybe heavy candles lying around the house. You can fill your water bottle up with sand. Whatever you have, even if you don't have weights, you can still do this workout. So join me on your mat. We'll get started in tabletop position. So hands and knees. And then we start with cat-cow, just to warm up our back. So inhale, arch your back, and then exhale, round your back. We'll do about 10 of these. As you inhale, draw your shoulders down your back, lift your chest, and then exhale, round your back, curl your tailbone under, and hunch your shoulders over. Take one more cat-cow here. And then join me in tabletop. Keep a flat back. Imagine your tailbone pointing straight behind you. And we'll start with knee raises. So curl your toes under and just hover your knees off an inch. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and lower the knees. We'll do that a few times. And lower down, lift up, pull your stomach in, pull your belly button to your spine, lower down. And try not to arch your back or curl your spine like this or this. Just keep your back straight, lower down. Lift up, and then lower. Good. We're halfway through. And try not to let your shoulders move around. Try to keep your balance. You should feel it in your abs, your thighs. I think I feel a little bit in my butt. Definitely in my shoulders. 2 more here. Lift, hold, 3, 2, 1, lower. 1 more time. Lift up, hold, and then lower down. If you need to shake out your wrists during these exercises, you're free to do so. Okay, now we have balancing tabletop. So reach your arm forward, hold it in front of you, and then maybe shift your weight back a little towards your heels. Bring your opposite leg back, straighten it, and then try to raise it up. And try to hold for about 3 counts. And then lower the legs down, switch legs and arms. So if you bring your weight back a little, it should make the balance a little easier because your legs are heavier than your arms. So you're gonna be a little bit off balance if you try to balance directly over your knees and wrists. But if you want that challenge, you definitely could shift your weight forward a little bit more. It'll be a lot more challenging and a lot more weight on your arms. Okay, I held that one for a long time. So we're just gonna do 5 on each side. Okay, raise the arms and legs. And it's okay if you shake and you can't find your balance here. You can definitely work up to it. And it's something to work towards. So that's always a good thing. Last one on each side. Keep your shoulders and pelvis still if you can. Imagine your hip bones are like headlights. Make sure both headlights are pointing toward the mat. Okay, and then lower the arms and legs. Just shake out the wrists. Last exercise we have like this is leg raises. So straighten one leg back. Again, point those headlights toward the mat. And then flex your foot lift your heel up and then lower. We'll do 10 on each leg. Pull your stomach into your spine. Stretch your heel back toward the wall behind you like you're trying to touch it. Halfway through. Keep your pelvis still, back straight. Last one. And then you could bend that knee, straighten the other leg. Keep your headlights toward the mat, and then lift your heel, reach out of your hips. And we'll do a few of these. Keep gazing toward your mat. Keep your neck in line with your body. Halfway through. Imagine you're sliding a penny up the wall and you want to keep that penny from falling. Okay, last one. Lower that leg, bend that knee, woo, and shake out your wrist. That was actually pretty hard. Okay, now since we were on our wrist so much, let's just stretch it out a little bit. So flip your hands backwards so your fingers are pointed towards your knees, and just stretch them out a little bit by shifting your weight back and forth on your hands. And you don't have to apply too much pressure, just a little bit so that you can feel it and counteract all the extension we did with our hands. You can even take a few circles here in each direction. Maybe roll them out a little bit. Okay, now you can actually take your weights, and I'm going to face you guys. Take your hand weights or your water bottles or your TheraBand, and then hold your weights in your palms like this, palms facing up, wrists in line with your elbows, and just imagine you're serving a tray of hors d'oeuvres. You go out and in, out and in, keeping your wrists in line with your elbows. And even if you don't have weights, you could still do this and be intentional about it. You can even have maybe like a ball and hold that ball as you serve the tray. And that will engage your pecs, your arms, without needing to have weights. Okay, let's rest there for a second and then do that again, except now we're going to raise our arms like we're serving a tray of food, like to the gods or something. So start off just like before, and then we raise it up like you're serving a tray of food to the gods, or you're putting food up on an altar. I'm not really keeping track, but I'm just doing a few that, just enough that'll actually feel like something. Okay. And make sure you lift from the shoulders, your shoulder blades. Try not to hunch your shoulders like this and pinch your neck. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. That way, you're really just working from your shoulder blades. And this will work out your rhomboids more, and even some of your pec muscles, your little pec muscles. Okay, let's stop there and rest. Next is arm circles. So raise your arms out to a T, have your palms facing down, and then just draw circles with your arms. We'll do one more here, and then we'll make bigger circles. So draw at about maybe like 14 inches across. So I think that was about 5, and now we reverse the direction. We'll make 5 small circles. I'm not going to torture you with doing too many, and then make 5 big circles. Actually, I did this earlier today, and I'm pretty much torturing myself. Okay, complete your circle and lower the arms. Whew. Okay, and that's all we're going to do with the weights. Sit down on your mat. for half roll back. So half roll back is a Pilates move that I particularly like. So you're going to have your knees bent, feet on the mat, legs and feet together. Hold your hamstrings just behind your knees, and then curl your tailbone back. Start to round through your spine. And then curl your head towards your knee, bend your elbows. And this should start opening up your back. Try to keep your feet on the mat the whole time. We're not trying to go all the way, we're just trying to stretch out the back. So once your elbows are straight, bend them. Use them to help curl your spine forward. I particularly have difficulty with forward bends, so this helps me a lot. Let's do one more. Okay, pull your stomach in and try to bend over your bottom ribs as you pull yourself forward. Okay, so that should warm up your back and your abs a little bit more. Next we have the seated twist. So point your finger into a peaceful Pilates gun, raise it overhead, come back into that half roll back position, and then twist to the right, come back to center, and then twist to the left. So don't just twist with your shoulders, twist with your entire torso. Up and then over. We'll do 8 of these on each side. Anchor your feet into the mat and try to keep your balance here. Halfway through. Curl your abs in. One more on each side. I think I lost count. We'll just do one more. Last one. And then release your arms. You can come back to seated. Okay, now we lie down on our back for some simple ab curls. So I'm gonna have my knees bent here, and you can either have your hands behind your head to support your neck or reaching long by your sides. If you have your hands behind your neck, make sure you don't pull at your neck. You just want all the work to be coming from your abs. So we'll do 8 of these. And we're just gonna curl up a little bit. It doesn't have to be a big movement. This is already a lot of work. Okay, and if you have your arms by your sides, imagine your fingertips are reaching forward. Let's do one more here. Okay, and lower all the way down. Now, keep your head down for single toe taps. Your feet will be in tabletop, and make sure your knees are directly over your hips. You'll know when they are if you feel your abs turn on. So if my knees are back here, I don't really feel my abs. But when I move them forward just a little bit, that's when I know they are in the right spot. So we bring one foot down, tap the floor, and then bring the other foot down, tap the floor. We'll do 10 on each side. You go nice and slow, light touch to the floor. Try to pull your shoulders down onto the mat, flatten your shoulder blades against the floor. Make sure your knees are over your hips. We're halfway through. Pull your abs down to the mat. Try to close your ribs together. That'll create more engagement in the core. Last one here. Okay, and then you can lower your legs down for a rest. Now we're going to combine ab curl and the single toe taps for marching. So bring your legs into tabletop, make sure your abs are turned on, curl your abs up, and then tap. We'll do 8 on each side. And if your fingers are by your sides, try to reach them forward. Maybe float them up by the hips. Curl up a little bit higher. like you're reaching for the wall in front of you. 2 more on each side. 1 more. Curl up higher, and then rest the head and legs. Whew. So we'll take a mini stretch here. So you can straighten one leg, bend one knee into your chest, bring it across the body for a twist. Untwist yourself, bring the other leg in and cross it over the body to the other side and twist. Just a mini stretch here. And then we're going to roll onto our stomach for swan. This will involve a little bit of back bending. Just try the best that you can. So hands will be by your rib cage, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling, legs long and together. You start by hovering the hands off an inch, and then lift your chest up as high as you can. Place your hands back down, use them to push yourself up a little bit more, and then float the hands, and then lower back down. We'll do 5 of these. Hover the hands, lift the chest, press the feet down, place the feet down, press up, and then hover the hands, hold, and then lower down. Hover the hands, lift the head, press the hands down, lift up even more. Hover the hands and hold. Lower down, 2 more. Hover the hands, lift the head, press the hands down, hold the higher position up as much as you can as you hover the hands again, and then lower down. Last one. Hover, lift the chest, hands come down, lift the chest even more, hover the hands, squeeze your butt here if you can, lift your abs away from the mat, and then lower down. Whew, that was very hard. Okay, you can take a child's pose here to stretch out your back because that was a lot of back bending. And then we'll do a few more stretches. So you can interlace your hands behind your back, have your elbows bent, and then draw your elbows together, roll your shoulders back, straighten the arms, and then lift the chest toward the sky. This is going to stretch out our arms after doing all those arm circles from earlier. And then you can bend the arms. Let's do that one more time. Bring the elbows together, straighten the arms, lift the chest to the sky, and hold it. Okay, and then we'll just stretch out the arms like this, bringing it over the chest, using the other arm to press it closer to us. And then do it on the other side. And since we did some ab workouts, it feels good to stretch out the front of the body by doing cat-cows, or even like cobra pose, upward facing dog. So we're just going to take a few cat-cows here. Nice and easy. You don't have to stretch yourself too much in either direction. Okay, take your final cat-cow, and you're done. Thanks for joining me on your mat. You should feel good about yourself for doing something for yourself today, and do this workout again if you want an even bigger burn. Maybe add heavier weights. So don't use weights, it's your workout. And even if you can't complete the workout another day, don't feel bad about it, at least you tried. Just feel good about doing something a little bit every day. So continue working out, and I'll see you next time. Bye.